We're excited to have everybody here. This is our kickoff event. This is our 15th year of having a NAMI walk, and we're so excited to be able to be doing it virtually this year. It's new, and we are excited to have you all here as team captains and participants in our event. So welcome everybody to our kickoff event. My name is Brenda Scott. I am the walk manager, and again, welcome. Let's see. We want to discuss the upcoming NAMI Walk Your Way, which is going to be on October 10th, 2020, and this is a virtual event where it's your day and we're doing it your way. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge our national walk sponsors. They've been our sponsors for the past few years. Alkermes is our national lead sponsor, and our national partners are Takeda, Lundbuck, and we're excited to have had them as national partners for quite a few years now. Whoops. Okay. And we're also happy to announce our two NAMI Walk honorary chairs. And they are Karen Spiegel, who is District 2 Supervisor for Riverside County, and Janice Rutherford, who is District 2 Supervisor for San Bernardino County. And I want to read what Janice Supervisor Rutherford sent in. She said, I am honored to serve as honorary chair for a National Day of Hope, NAMI Walks Inland Empire 2020. And I applaud organizers for foraging ahead and coming up with creative ways to keep the walk alive this year. Whether walking, singing, skipping rope, riding a bike, or baking a cake, anyone can take part in this year's fantastic virtual event to raise awareness about the importance of mental health. Please join us and be a sign of hope for those struggling with mental illness. Thank you, Supervisor Rutherford. And we also have a statement from Supervisor Spiegel from Riverside County. And she tells us it's a tremendous honor to serve as honorary chair for a National Day of Hope, NAMI Walk Inland Empire 2020. There are many different ways, big and small, where we can offer our support and awareness, raise awareness of the importance of mental health programs and resources. I'm glad to see that the walk will continue this year in a virtual format despite the challenges that COVID-19 has created across the nation. We hope that everyone will join the NAMI Walk Inland Empire virtual event for a day of hope and healing. Supervisor Karen Spiegel, 2nd District, Riverside County. So thank you to our honorary chairs. We appreciate your support. So this year, our walk is going to look a little different. We're still a part of a national movement, mental health movement, and there are still 120 NAMI walks in 42 states. Many NAMI walks, including ours, have gone virtual. This year, our walk has transitioned to the NAMI Walk Your Way Mental Health for All event. And Saturday, October 10th, 2020 is going to be the National Day of Hope. We still participate to raise funds for NAMI, to build awareness of mental health by sharing our stories, and to honor and remember loved ones. This year, 100% of the funds that we raise are going to stay local. They all go to NAMI's mission of support, education, advocacy, and public awareness. So this year, NAMI National has let us know that they are not going to ask for their percentage that they usually ask for the walk fund. So all of the funds that we raise this year are going to stay local. So we're very grateful to NAMI National for that. So let's talk about our virtual walk. On October 10th, 2020, teams, just a second. Teams will participate in NAMIWalks, their way to raise awareness and funds by sharing stories and activities on social media. And for our walk day event. So let's see. So what kind of activities can my team do? It can be anything. It can be walking, hiking, biking, cooking, baking, doing crafts, or any other hobby that you might enjoy. Now, many people may still choose to walk. They might choose to walk at home or from their neighborhood. Some people might even decide to still go out to the lake and walk that day. And we are invited to go to the lake and walk, but we aren't going to have any kind of organized event. But if anybody wanted to do that on their own, they could do that too. Okay, just a second here. Wherever you are, whatever your activity, share it on your social media. And just remember to tag us. So our taglines are mental health for all, hashtag not alone, and hashtag NAMIWalksIE. Those are that's our local tagline. And then the other taglines are for for all the walks, because this is a National Day of Hope. All right. But most important, something we don't want to forget about when we go virtual is the core purpose of the walk is to raise funds for NAMI affiliates in the Inland Empire. We encourage you to share your walk fundraising page so that you can raise funds throughout the walk season as well as on walk day. Joan will be sharing more about this later in the presentation. We have Joan here from the national office, who is our national walk manager, and we're so glad that you could join us today, Joan. Thank you. So let's talk about why we walk. We were going to have a discussion, and if you all that are on the chat could tell us why do you walk in the chat, if you guys could share some of the reasons that you walk. And we're going to be mentioning your comments. So in the chat, if some of you can say some of the reasons that you walk. And we're going to bring on, we have, first of all, Dr. Vernita, who is with NAMI Western Riverside. Dr. Vernita, do you want to let us know why you walk?
Absolutely, yes, I would like to let you know why I walk. I walk because mental health matters to me. I walk because I'm a disabled veteran, and the walking helps me to rejuvenate my mind, my body, and my soul. I've been doing this for like my second year, and I'm so excited about it because it's very helpful for me, and it does a lot for me. Thank you.
Allie Mink is from NAMI Greater San Bernardino area. Allie, do you want to share with us why you walk?
Okay, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to figure out how to do that. I walk because I believe in NAMI's mission, the vision of a world where all people affected by mental illness live happy, healthy, fulfilling lives, supported by a community that cares. I believe in our values of hope and inclusion, compassion and fairness. I walk for my family members and vets and active duties, people affected by mental health disorders, students in high school and young adults, people with serious mental illness, and people who are just dealing with the stresses that life brings us, especially during these trying times. I walk because this is not only my cause, I walk because this is our cause. 1 in 5 people living in the United States is affected by a mental health disorder. It's kind of, and I hate to use a bad pun, it's kind of a no-brainer. This is what we need to be doing. I believe that mental health and physical health go together, and how better to express that than by walking for mental health. And I think that a lot of people believe in mental health and mental health awareness. I just think NAMI does it better. The lived experience and family support makes a huge difference. We have amazing programs, and even though everybody is dedicated, we still need funds to be able to reach out to the community with these amazing programs. So I walk because NAMI's an amazing organization, and I want to stand up and do my part.
Thank you. I have some people have shared why they walk. Let's see. Joan said, whoops, sorry about that. Joan said that she walks to remember her nephew who she lost to suicide this past November. Very sorry, Joan. Her team is raising $10,000 to bring awareness to suicide. Yolanda said to share hope. I walk to fund our amazing NAMI free programs. Amen. Barbara from NAMI Inland Valley said to remove the stigma attached to mental illness through awareness. And Claudia from San Bernardino, I walk to create awareness and start conversations. Mia said, I walk to raise awareness of mental health. Dolores, do you want to share with us why you walk? And Dolores is the president of NAMI Temecula Valley.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I walk for my son. I walk to spread awareness. I was brought into this NAMI club 6 years ago with the illness of my son. I had no idea what was it going to be like. It was like a slap in the face. And NAMI was my life-saving tool. If it wasn't for NAMI, I would still be out there lost. So I want to bring that same awareness and hope to a lot of families that deal with this and have no idea what mental illness, how it devastates not only the person who's suffering, but the family members that care for them. And so all the programs that we have that are geared to the family member really, really were a life-saving tool for me. It made me understand what mental illness is. And I think that that's why I've been so involved with NAMI for the last 6 years. The donations are so important. It keeps our organizations alive and bringing that hope and help to those people who really, really need it. I talk to parents every day on the phone that are just completely lost, and they're so thankful that NAMI exists, that it is here. So we need to make this global so people that call me don't say, I didn't know that NAMI was here. So we need to get bigger and stronger that we already are. And most of all, the stigma that's associated with mental illness, you know, and I was one of those as well until I got slapped in the face with it, that I had to rethink the way we view mental illness. So that's who I walk for. And my favorite memories of the walk are just the first time I went to a walk, I felt like, oh my God, I'm not alone. My God, it's full of people just like me, parents, family, friends. And that was really, really an eye-opening for me. I didn't feel that I was in this alone. NAMI is a family, and we have to thank every single one of us volunteers, because it's also hard working full-time jobs and dedicating ourselves to NAMI shows the commitment and the value that we place on this organization. So that's why I walk for.
Thank you, Dolores. Mary Rust, who is one of our team captains, shared that as a school administrator, I ran into families who had members suffering from mental illness, and NAMI was the main place that I would send them to for help. Monica Gordon, who is also one of our wonderful team captains, shared, I've been participating since 2009. I walk for all my patients, family, friends. Dr. Gordon said that her work, our work in the community is phenomenal, and she's honored to help raise money to support NAMI programs. Thank you, Dr. Gordon. We appreciate all of your support. We also have Maria Rosa Alvarado, who is on the line. Maria, do you want to share with us why you walk? She's the president of NAMI Mount San Jacinto.
Yes, hi, hello everyone. It's so exciting to be here starting our kickoff for the event. Welcome. And why I'm with NAMI? Because of the same purpose, I guess we all here, is a change in our lives. You know, when you first come into the reality that your world has been turned upside down and you just feel completely alone, is so wonderful and blessing that we have this family, which is NAMI. For me, I've been with NAMI for about 9 years now. And it's a blessing, because otherwise I don't know what will be happening with my life. So I'm grateful, and therefore I'm committed to end the stigma, open the conversation, and making this like more like a natural conversation, and just be able to help someone just listen and be present, understanding that we all are in this club and this great family. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria Rosa. And myself, the first time I went to a NAMI walk was a NAMI walk in LA, and then I went to San Diego and Newport Beach, and that was before we had a NAMI walk in the Inland Empire. And for me, it was just a goosebump moment, because I'd never been in a crowd of people who cared about mental health, that were wearing t-shirts and carrying signs. And it was so emotional for me, because I have a son who has a mental health condition, and I also lost 2 family members to suicide, my mother and my brother. And so, you know, this event really means a lot to me, because I know that a lot of families do feel very alone. And that's why I walk, and that's why NAMI is so important to me. Now, Andrea said that I walk for the mental health community and to hold the hope and being a support for those in need. NAMI is there and was there for me, and NAMI is, Andrea is now a family-to-family teacher, and she's been trained in family and friends, and she wants to also teach peer-to-peer. So we have some great people that have been participating and getting more and more involved in our NAMI family. So if you guys would put in the chat, how long have you participated in the NAMI walks? I know some of you have been here from the start. I know that Mary Rust has, ever since our very first walk. So this will be her 15th walk. So how many, and of course I've been here all the time, but how many years have all of you been here? Claudia says 8 years, Barbara 3 years. And then what is your favorite memory from the walk? If you guys could put in the chat some of your favorite memories from the walk. So we're going to transition now to Joan. And Joan, as I said, is our national walk manager. And she is going to share how we have a wonderful all-star team and how you can be successful in fundraising. Hi,
Thank
Joan.
you, Brenda. Hi, everyone. I'm talking to you live from Chicago, where it is quite chilly today. So I'm very jealous of all of you being in California, because it is a cold 60 degrees here in Chicago after what was a wonderfully warm weekend. So please enjoy that sun for me, because it's kind of been miserable the last few days. But that's okay. We're going to be in the 80s again next week.
I just have to tell you, Joan, it was 113 degrees here on Sunday.
I saw that on Facebook with all my friends, and I was like, I want to be there. I want to go. I love that kind of weather. Oh, you guys don't know how good you have it, and no snow. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about fundraising, so you can proceed, Brenda. Fundraising hasn't changed. Even though we are doing this virtually this year, your fundraising is not going to be any different. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. You can follow the same steps as before when you do your fundraising. So even though we're doing it in a virtual event, it doesn't mean that anything that you do will change. So we're going to quickly go over how to fundraise for a virtual walk. So first of all, you want to register. If you have not registered, that is the very first thing you want to do when you get off this Zoom call. And then you want to self-donate. That is a great way to kickstart your fundraising. So I registered and then I made a donation, and I actually self-donate monthly to my event just so it keeps it going and people see that I am very committed to this. You will decide what you want to do and leading up to virtual walk day. So as Brenda said, you can walk, you can bike, you can cook, you can do whatever you want. Our team, we're very fortunate. We are going to be able to meet in person because it's a family team. We've been around each other and it's safe for us to do so. We will still kind of social distance, but we're going to meet at a park where my friends had a tree planted in memory of my nephew. So this tree was planted last month. We're all going to meet there. I've already mapped out a 3-mile route, and then we're going to gather there at the end, but not, visit or anything like that, but we'll still all be together. Invite others to join your team. That's exactly what I did. I put it out there on Facebook. I had gotten the blessing from my brother and his wife that I could invite people to this. And actually, we have a lot of members. We're up to 32 with children, which is very exciting. I come from a very big family. You share your story and customize your fundraising page. Something that I say to people when they talk about me losing my nephew is, even though I lost my nephew and my sisters lost their nephew and my one brother, we are all feeling very differently about this because aunts are different, nephews are different to everybody. So my story is a little bit different than my sister. My sister happened to be at the hospital when my nephew ultimately passed. So she was affected in a different way than I was. So her story will mean more to her than my story would mean to her. And it's important that we all share so that we can erase the stigma and so that people understand why they are donating to your walk. Using social media to fundraise and using the hashtags that Brenda said, Not Alone and Mental Health for All, those are the national hashtags, and then you have your own for Inland Empire. But it's so important to use the national ones too, so everyone around the world sees what you're doing. Not everyone will know to go to your hashtag for Inland Empire, but everybody knows the Not Alone and Mental Health for All. And then you can use it for fundraising as well. So for instance, when you fundraise with Facebook, through your page, once you register, then you go and you post it on Facebook. Please share a little bit of it. Don't just post it on Facebook because people see it and they just scroll, but say, I'm raising money because, and let people know what's going on. You can also text and email your fundraising page. A year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I would have said texting doesn't work, but now this year, everybody seems to have their phones with them at all times because I don't know why, nothing's happening, but we all have our phones. And recently, a friend of mine was fundraising. I had seen it on Facebook and I kind of just scrolled past it because, to be honest with you, I just really wasn't interested. But then she texted me and I had my phone in my hand and I thought, oh my gosh, how do I say no to her? She reached out and texted me, so I donated. So to me, it's one more step to take that you can text people to donate to you. A lot of people like emails. So my mom, she will text. She's not very comfortable with it and her friends don't text. So she sent out emails to fundraise for the walk that we're doing. So whatever method you use, make sure it's something you are comfortable with and something that you're used to doing. So for instance, I have Twitter, I have LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm not very active on Twitter, so I wouldn't use Twitter to fundraise because I think I have 30 followers. I don't think any of them really want to donate to me. These are people on Facebook. That's where I'm getting most of my donations. Okay, Brenda. The secret to virtual fundraising is to realize it's the same as before. So as all of those steps that I went through, I'm sure all of you are saying, well, yeah, this is exactly what I did before. There really is no difference in the fundraising piece of this walk. Okay. So now we're going to talk about teams. A lot of you are team captains, so this will resonate with you. Teams are still the heart of NAMIWalks, even if we cannot gather in person. Teams are so important. When you form a team and you ask others to join you, you are not only raising awareness, you're letting them know why is this cause important to you? So when I posted on Facebook and I told people why I was walking, a lot of my friends had said, we didn't know what to do for you when you lost your nephew. This is something that we can do. So it was a great way for me to say, we are not going to walk with you, but you can walk in your own neighborhood or your own area. And some of my friends are joining from all over the country. So it's a really wonderful event that people can do even though they don't live here in Chicago with me. Okay. Teams are still led by a team captain, although you're a virtual team captain this year. Okay. Teams will still come together virtually. You can participate solo, in pairs, and small groups where permitted, and you can connect on Zoom or other social media. So every state obviously has different rules of how we're gathering. So please follow what your state, city, county, everyone has a different rule. So please follow what they say is allowed. And please, of course, practice social distancing and wearing masks. So how do we do this? Building a virtual team is pretty simple. There are 3 simple steps. Communicate what to do, model the action, and recognize and repeat. When you communicate what to do, it's exactly what I said before. I wanted to start a team, which I did. I registered, I shared my story, I self-donated, and then I communicated on Facebook to anybody who wanted to join. And then when people joined, I sent an email right away saying, thank you for joining my team. We don't have our plans yet because I joined, this was probably back in March, right when this pandemic started. So we weren't really sure what was going to happen. But now just a few weeks ago, I have communicated to my team exactly what we're going to do. Of course, it could always change. Okay. So you will communicate all of those steps that I reviewed with you. You communicate those to your team. And this handout is available for you. So if you want to just say, follow these steps, it's pretty simple. You can do that, or you can run through it with your team pretty quickly as well. The first step to register, you want to go to NAMIWalks.org/Inland Empire, and then you go to the register now that is circled. And then they can select the team name. So this is why it's important for you to register first. So I registered, our team is called 22. So everybody knows to look for team 22. And then you can also send them a link to join your team. So once you have registered, there will be a link and you can personalize it. So I have shortened, it's a very long one on our site, but then you can just shorten it to your team name, the Cool Crew or whatever, and send that out. You can text it, you can email it, you can post on Facebook, you can send it private messenger. There's a lot of different ways that you can send it to people. The key is asking your friends and family members to register, and ask by whatever means works for you. As I said, everybody seems to be doing different things these days. You can text, you can call. Sometimes it is nice to call people. I actually called my one sister because she's really not tech savvy. So I was telling her about the walk, what we're going to be doing. And then it ended up being a really nice conversation because I realized I haven't talked to her in a few weeks because of, everybody staying home.
Oops. Wait a minute, here we go. Okay.
You should ask everyone that you know, if you could go back one slide, Brenda. Ask everyone you know. You don't know who will join your team. And a quick example is my sister-in-law, whose son passed from suicide. I was talking to her about this and she wasn't sure she wanted to walk, which is 100% understandable. And I was telling her who joined the team and she started crying and she said, your friend, granted I grew up with her, she said she and her children, the children had never met my nephew. She said, they're willing to walk for my son. And she said, then I need to walk. So had I not asked my friend who asked her daughters, my sister-in-law probably wouldn't have joined because she said it was too much for her. But then she saw it in a different way that other people were joining for Patrick. So she wanted to get involved. And then I've had people that said, no, I'm not comfortable walking, or back when this was a live event, they said they were busy that day or whatever. So I asked people for a donation, and I had many people donate and say, I might be there, I might not, but either way, I want to support you. So even if they don't join you, be sure to ask for a donation. Again, when you communicate each step, that's the easiest way to build your team. So you model the action. I registered, I donated, I asked people to join. If I had just registered and didn't do anything else, my team would be a team of one, which is not considered a team. So because I did all of the steps, people understand exactly what they have to do. Every single person that I asked to join has self-donated because they see that I donated. So then they were like, oh, I get it. I have to do what Joan did. And this is how our team is growing with their fundraising. Next. So we call this leading by example. We all know do as I say, not as I do is an old adage, but in this case, do as I do, because when we lead by example, we are showing our team members that this is so important. We all are forming a team and joining NAMIWalks for a very specific reason, all those great reasons that were shared before. So now we're going to show this example to our friends and family members. And what you do has far greater impact than what you say. And this is where, you know, I'm sure all of your moms told you at some point in your life, actions speak louder than words. And I truly believe this because I formed this team and I followed through with this. People are joining and they want to be a part of this. I could say, oh, I'm going to do it and never do it. And we don't really get anywhere. So this means you're going to do what you are asking others to do. Do it first. Just like we've been discussing, when you lead by that example, your friends and family members will join, coworkers, people that you don't even know. If you post on Facebook and tell friends to spread the word, you might get team members that you don't know anybody, and it's always great to have new friends. So again, as a reminder, make sure you self-donate. As I said, I'm donating $22 a month. That's a meaningful number. My nephew is 22 and he's a veteran, and we all know the statistics of 22 veterans die by suicide each day. So I donate $22 a month, and many people have commented that they see it when it pops up on Facebook, and they asked me about it, and I received many $22 donations because of that. So when you self-donate, people do realize this is important. I'm going to donate to you as well. Participants who donate to their own fundraising efforts raise 8 times more than others. I'm very happy to say I am well over $3,000. I put a $1,000 fundraising minimum. I figured, you know, I know I can raise $1,000. Little did I know that I'd be well over 3,000. My new goal is going to be 5,000 by walk day. And I do believe a lot of that is because I donated to my own page. So what you do is when you send out your link, you just send that to people and they can see that support me. They simply click on that and that's how they donate to you. It's very simple. And you can do that for yourself as well. And then deciding what you want to do on walk day. So this is a little tricky because we can all decide to do whatever, and then something may thwart our plans. Like the fires in California, a lot of our sites are saying now, well, we might not be able to walk. We might have to, you know, cook in our kitchens or do a Zoom meeting. Whatever it is you decide to do, please have a plan B and a plan C. And I was just talking to one of our sites in Iowa, and we were talking about being in the Midwest. Who knows what our weather could be? We could have a 90-degree day. It could be 40 degrees. So we're all going to have a couple of different plans, because while we want to meet in person and walk, and I don't mind walking if it's cold out, some people might not want to do that. So always have a couple of different ideas. Meet with your team members and talk to them about what if we can't walk, or what if we can't cook, something like that. Just have a couple of ideas floating around. There is no harm in changing your mind, because this is the year that everybody's changing their minds on everything. So roll with that. Okay, you can skip this slide. And then share your story. We all know how important it is. Some of you have shared your reasons, which is part of your story. This is so important. Some of us are living in a household with somebody living with a mental illness. Some of us have lost someone due to a mental illness. Some of us ourselves have a mental illness. If you're comfortable sharing your story, please do so. And you don't need to get very detailed. You can leave it vague, or you can get detailed. Whatever you're comfortable doing, sharing your story really helps people understand how important AMI is to you and why they should donate. The why is crucial. People love to know why you are asking them to donate to you. When you customize your walk page, you are probably going to raise 10 times more than somebody who doesn't. When people ask me to donate to various things, as I'm sure all of you are asked to donate, I like to know why I'm donating. I think it's wonderful. If one of my friends says I'm walking to end hunger or I'm raising money for pediatric cancer research, I think that's wonderful. But tell me why it's important to you. You're going to get more money from me that way. If you just send me your link, I'll be like, okay, here's $20. But when I know that personal reason, I will most likely donate more. Using social media, we just did some research on this, and people are spending on average 142 minutes on social media a day. That is a lot of time on social media. And we all know, you know, especially earlier in the pandemic, a lot of people were on there, you know, being encouraging and, you know, really supporting people. And now, especially with the election heating up, people are spending more time on social media. Use this to your advantage. People are sick of seeing about COVID. People are sick of seeing about the elections. Use this to give them something fresh and something new to concentrate on. Social media is very heavily followed right now. Don't discount LinkedIn. If you have a LinkedIn, use it. Several of my friends said they posted on there, and because you're friends with people who might be running their own business or who are CEOs or higher up, a lot of times you'll get a more substantial donation from somebody on LinkedIn than you will from Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Okay? Share your story and activity on social media so your team sees it. This is my colleague, Chris. She participated in NAMIWalks Your Way in May, and she took this great picture. She posted on Instagram, she posted on Facebook, and she received a lot of donations from this. She is using our sign of hope, which we have available for you to download, and she put her reason why, and that picture was shared many different times by many different people. This is a way when we're on Facebook or Instagram, we can reshare this activity. And when you go to Mental Health for All or Not Alone and you click on one of those hashtags, you'll see this picture. This is how we spread the word. This is how people know what NAMI is doing. You connect your walk page directly to Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. It's very simple. When you're logged in after you register, it just says connect with social networks, connect now. You simply click that and you'll be on whichever one you choose or all three of them. When you connect your walk page to Facebook fundraisers, do this when you're logged in. So this is so simple. This is Fundraise with Facebook. Create a Facebook fundraiser. You simply click on that. It will show on your Facebook, but this is where you actually want to put a little bit more because this is what you'll see the fundraise on Facebook. I'm sure you have all seen this, but tell people what you're doing so people really take notice of that. And when you do that and somebody donates to you, in the comments, tag them. Thanks, Joan, for your donation, because it will bring it back up in your feed. And this is also a great tip. This is public, so this is worldwide. So this is not just for your friends or your friends' friends. So when I was raising my money for the for NAMIWalks, I had thanked my friend Jill, and all of a sudden I received a donation about a half an hour later from some anonymous person. I don't know who he is. And I found out that he saw it on Jill's page when I thanked her, and he said he lost somebody to a mental illness, so he donated to me. I don't know this man, never met him, never will meet him. But because this is going worldwide on Facebook, everybody will see it. So be sure to thank everybody who donates to you. And I thank them, you know, if they donate a second time, because sometimes when you post it again, people will say, I'm going to donate again because, you know, I just got paid or something like that. A lot of my donors have donated 2 and 3 times because I've been fundraising for several months. So using text and email and inviting others to join your virtual team, you can do both of these simultaneously. These are so important. Your team could be as many people as you'd like. It could be 200 people, it could be 20 people, it can be 2 people. As long as it's more than one, it's a team. Invite everybody that you know, especially now. There is absolutely no reason for somebody to say no because none of us is doing anything, right? We're working and we're sitting at home. And since it's virtual, anybody can join from anywhere in the world. We had a team in Nebraska that their goal was to get 1 person from each of the 50 states, and they actually got 36 people from various states, which I thought was pretty cool. And again, you can use your text and email for that. Whatever communication method works for you, make it work. If you don't text, I don't suggest doing it. If you're really not on Facebook, please don't use Facebook. Do whatever you feel most comfortable doing. Recognize and repeat. It generally takes 3 times to ask for a donation for somebody to give you one. So please don't feel that you're overposting on Facebook. People can hide you. They can unfollow you. They can snooze you. I've been doing that with a lot of people lately with the election. Let them hide you. If sometimes people will see it, and sometimes I know probably all of you on Facebook are saying, how did I miss this post? Or I haven't seen something from so-and-so in quite a while, because that's what happens on Facebook. They kind of are filtering out things. So another thing to recognize and repeat is your team members. So when somebody joined my team, I would give a shout out on Facebook. Thank you, Dawn, for joining my team. Thanks for bringing your 3 daughters and your grandchildren to our team. And then I'll offer an incentive. So I have a $10 Starbucks card for the person who brings 5 new members to our team, or for the person who raises $100 by Friday. Give a little incentive and keep communicating, especially to your team by emails, and especially giving them shout outs on Facebook. Let them know how excited you are that they're joining you. Let them know how proud of them you are that they have raised some money, or they designed the t-shirt, whatever it is. Acknowledge them, because that's, people really feel good, and people will do more when you acknowledge them and recognize them. We have a great virtual fundraising ideas pamphlet that we put together. These are just 16 quick ideas of different ways you can fundraise in this virtual world. So for an example, I'm not going to go through all of them, but a lot of people do bake sales. And right now we really can't be doing bake sales. So instead of holding a bake sale, ask people to donate the money they would have spent on the baking. So if I would have spent $25 making cupcakes and cookies and whatever, I'm going to donate that to your page instead. So instead of giving you the baked goods to sell, I'm going to give you that $25. So these are some clever ways of doing things absolutely virtually, where you don't have to come into contact with anybody. If you follow this formula, you will build an all-star virtual team. I promise you all of these steps will work. There's no necessary rhyme or reason to the order of them, but when you follow these formulas, you're going to build a great team. And now we are going to talk about, and I saw there's questions coming, so I will answer those at the end. So our recognition gifts. Your group at NAMIWalks Inland Empire is participating in the recognition gifts, which makes me so excited because I think they're wonderful. So Brenda, you can go to the first slide. This is a great way to motivate yourself and your team. Set goals to receive a NAMIWalks gift. So we have all different gifts that we're going to go through one by one really quickly, but you can entice your team to raise more money so that they can receive one of these. The first one is when you raise $100, you receive that great NAMIWalks t-shirt. You'll see the new Mental Health for All, the square logo this year, which will also match our Walkstar pins for those who raise $1,000. So this is a great shirt that you can get when you raise that $100. And then when you raise $250, you can choose either the NAMIWalks waist pack or the NAMIWalks mug for hot or cold drinks. When you raise $500, you can receive a NAMIWalks beach towel or a NAMIWalks tech shirt in a male or female cut. When you raise $1,000, you can receive this great umbrella, which is enormous, and it's an inversion umbrella. So when you close it, it closes going up, so all the water stays inside. I have used this multiple times this spring and actually the past couple of days. When you raise $1,500, you receive this wonderful fleece jacket, also in men and women's cut, very comfortable. And when you raise $2,000, you can receive either of these. It's a gym bag on the left or a rolling cooler on the right, and then it's a smart pack. So it has a battery charger, it has earphones, and a connector for your smartphone. So it will go with either an Android or an iPhone. And you will receive one of these gifts for whichever level you achieve. So in addition to the t-shirt, you have 30 days post-walk to earn one of these gifts. We send you an email. So at the 30 days, so it will be November 10th, you'll get an email saying Mary, you've raised $1,000. You can choose either the $250 prize, the $500 prize, or the $1,000 prize, and so on. It gets shipped directly to you. One thing that I did, because I knew I was going to reach my $2,000, once I did that, I posted this flyer on Facebook and I said, whoever donates a minimum of $100 can choose any one of these gifts because I don't need it. So I wanted to entice my donors, and I'm going to do a raffle or a contest, whatever. For everybody who donates $100 by walk day, then I'll pull one name and then that person will choose one of these gifts to win. So you can repurpose your gift as well. And then as I discussed, anyone who raises $1,000 or more will receive the new Walkstar pin. It's square to match the logo on the shirt and all the logos that we're doing this year for NAMIWalks. And then I'm going to turn it over to Brenda, but I'm going to look really quick at the questions. So let's see. There is, you can do Starbucks cards virtually too. Absolutely. On Facebook, asking for donations and asking to join our teams. You can do a separate post. I have done it in the same post, and I kind of separated it out in a paragraph, and I say, follow this link to either donate or join my team. So great question. You could do both. Maybe on Monday, do a donation solicitation, and then on, Wednesday, do, if anybody wants to join your team. And let's see. Yes, and asking for donations is not just about asking them to give. It is absolutely about asking them to make a difference. And it's a great way to get out the word about NAMI for sure. Say something so they stop and read. Definitely, you want to do that. And I think that's it. I think the rest are memories. So if you have any other questions about Facebook fundraising or any sorts of fundraising and donations, please keep them in the chat and I'll watch it as Brenda presents the rest of the presentation.
Okay, so we have a short and colorful participant guide to share that you can share with your team. And it talks about all about what a virtual walk is and how you can participate. And these tools are available when you sign up online. They are on your walk page or on your team page. So there's a lot of tools that you can find on your page. We also have signs of hope, and there's quite a few different signs in the packet, and we will have those available to you. We'll be emailing them out as when we send emails out. You can click on them and then you can print them out and put, like this young lady here has, I hope everybody will be nice. It's very cute. So you can just put whatever, I walk because, or I hope. There's a few different ones to choose from. And there's a social media guide that includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Zoom. So there's a lot of different tools that you will have, and we can make those available to you. So our rallying cry, this is NAMIWalks supports NAMI, and NAMI supports the 1 in 5 who experience mental illness, and the 5 in 5 who are affected by it. You are not alone. From every corner of the country, for every age and every background, we walk on the streets or in our hearts. In time of challenge and change, we are united. Even when we appear alone, mental health is not for some, mental health is for all. Fundraisers should use pride, not apology, when asking for a gift for charity. That is doing good work. And this holds true now more than ever before. All right, let's see. So again, NAMIWalks, October 10th, 2020. This is our hashtag.